Hello, everyone. Welcome to Recitation Point 09 for Google Colab. Myself, Ayush, and I'm your fellow TA. So, in this recitation, I'll walk you through the basics that you need to know for Google Colab, which you will be using for your homeworks and experimentation throughout the course and perhaps even beyond. So, what is Google Colab? Colab or Collaboratory? So, it is a browser-based environment that allows you to write and execute Python code. And it provides you with zero configuration. You don't need to explicitly install many of the deep learning libraries unless required. It comes pre-configured by default, some of which are PyTorch, TensorFlow, and even JAX. It also provides you with access to GPUs, TPUs, which will be essential for training your neural networks. And it's easy for sharing, which will be helpful for debugging. Now, if you're just starting with this recitation, or you're already in the middle of the course, building complex architecture already, Colab will be one of your playground. So if you want to learn more about it, you can just head on to this video and learn more about it. So what are the things that you will learn in this video? So these are the things that I'll walk you through one by one in this video. So let's get started. So let's understand the Google Colab interface first. This is how the Google Colab interface looks like. So first and foremost, the one you need, there is a file pane. It's in the left sidebar. You can just disable it. So in this, you can upload any of the files either by clicking on this icon, or you can just drag and drop. You can browse the runtime directory structure that you will be working on. For example, there is a pre-configured library already been here. So you can just check this out and browse the structure of it. And then you can even download the output of any file, or just any file. Just click on three dots here and the download button. So then if you want to add cells, there are two kinds of cells here. One is the code cell and the other one is the markdown cells. So the code cells, in which you write your Python script. For example, let's say I write here, let's say some wget. I say hello. And then there is another one for text. It's a markdown base. You can just write your markdown code and it will work fine. And now to run this, you can just either press Shift or Enter, or you can just click on this icon, play icon here. Now, coming to another one, how to run Python and check your environment. We already did one code. So yeah. So first and foremost, Google Colab comes with a full Linux virtual machine in which the Python is pre-installed. So we're going to be importing these two packages and run this command to verify the version of Python that we're using in this notebook. That's 3.1.12.13. And the Linux platform that we're using here is this one. Now, if you want to install extra packages beside the pre-configured one, you just need to run this command pip install the package name. You can also use uvpip, which is faster actually, because it's built in Rust. So yeah, let me click on play icon. I use this capture because it doesn't show you the output that comes by when installing these packages. So the package is already installed. Let me run this command to test the package is installed or not. Yeah, for some of the packages, you might need to restart your environment. But for this, we might not need it. So let's click on here and see the output. So this is a faker package, which just returns a random name or random email, as you can see right here. Now, runtime setup for GPUs and TPUs. So how to change your runtime environment? Currently, as you can just head on to here simply and click on runtime, and then you can just click on any of the run resources that you might need to use. For now, I'm just using CPU. You can switch on to GPUs for training your neural networks. T4 is there. A100 comes by UI as needed. And by default, the runtime is Python. Just click on save and you're good to go. Now let's test this code to see. We are using PyTorch package. We're gonna see, what kind of resources we are actually using. So let me run this. So it says, we are currently working on CPU, which is right. Now, how to upload files or even download files on Colab? So actually there are two ways. One is, you can just write a script, just use this package from this one, and then write this command. Let me run. Now, once you run this, it will ask you to upload the file. Just click on this and browse in your local machine and upload the files. And once it's done, it will show the files here. I'm not doing this for now, but you can surely test this after this recitation. I'm gonna cancel it. Now, how to download the file? One of the other way I showed you earlier was just click on this three dot and then click on download button. You can sure do that. Or else you can just run the script. Let's see, I did the script. I have actually commented out the code, but if you want to download it, it has created a file here. So you can just see, when you just click on run this script, it will automatically pop up and download in your window, in your system. Now, so the one other thing is Google Colab doesn't provide persistent storage by default. So you might need to mount your Google Drive, which let me do this by running the script. Wait a second. And then it will ask me to, to select an account. I'm not doing this for now, but you can surely try this later. And then loading files from GitHub or this wget. So how to do it? So you can try. I'm just running this remove account just to ensure, if there is nothing pre default installed there. I'll run this cell and I'll just clone this particular repository. Once it's done, I can see it from this command. This is how the structure looks like. And I can reload this cell to see it's already been here. You can see it's downloaded. Now, if I want to download a single file with wget, so I can just do it by, putting the URL here of any file here from GitHub, then using the script. So I'll do this and here we got it. Here's the file, readme. No. So if you want to Once you are downloading and importing the code, you can just try importing the file name and run the Python script if you got any. So yeah, basically this is all the basic that you need to know, but there's a whole lot that you can explore. So feel free to test and just, understand the environment. Some of the final tips and notes I want to give before I end this. So ensure you to save explicitly, because I mean by default it does save your changes, but in case sometimes just ensure that you maintain and just save everything you do. Um, so regarding our runtime resets, so uploaded files and installed packages are lost on disconnect. So when you are just trying to go here and just click on disconnecting and deleting environment, it gets removed. Or even if you just close the collab session, if it remains inactive for some duration, it might just go, it will just reset. Like I said earlier, use Google Drive for persistence to save your dataset, checkpoints, or even your model. Integrate your you integrate your GitHub to run and download the code that you need. And you can always try pushing the code back to GitHub to be in sync. And always check your GPU and ensure that you're not working on CPU. So just ensure and also see, how much of the compute is left and everything. So yeah, that's all from my end. So if you have any questions, you can just surely reach out to me on Piazza or my email. So good luck and see ya.